That is why it is a benefit to book things as a package and book it through a travel agent, because only a travel agent is going to be able to do that for you.
No, we went there, right? So we went over there and she just like
Get me on your good side, baby, with your angle. No, it's just a good time.
Hey, what's up, Wagwan? My name is Yvonne, also go by Vonnie G and Vibe. I am the travel advisor and owner of Vibes Travel. With having a travel agency, I wanted to make a little bit more effort to be able to provide a little bit of education regarding dealing with travel agencies. We deal with a lot of inquiries and a lot of questions, almost more so than we do with actual bookings. So the more that you are educated, I think that will help all of us. Okay. So this one in particularly is just a brief intro into flights. Talking about flights as they relate to a travel agency and what we can and cannot provide to you. I receive quite a bit of inquiries for flights and flights alone, and I don't like to seem or appear rude or as if it's just that I don't want to do it when someone inquires, but you'll see me say quite often that I don't do flight only. The reason behind me not doing flights only is because, one, I personally, and as well as anyone else that's going to be up front and honest with you as a travel agent, we don't get anything with flights, or especially when you're booking flights. However, that's not the only reason that we do not, or kind of prefer not to book flights only for you. There's a lot of research that comes behind it. And so when we do tend to look for flights, there's a research fee. I know, especially from my end, there's a research fee attached from the supplier that I prefer to use, because they're technically doing it the same. We call them flight consolidators. With the flight consolidator, they have it is very small, I will say that. It's a small fee that's attached to the flights that they provide because it's a service of retrieving flights. With the consolidator, they'll have flights that are published on the other websites, but also we'll have flights that are not published or released to the public, depending on the route that you're looking for and the destination, city of departure, and all of those other wonderful things that come into play. So my thought process is like, if you were able to get a flight on your own, book it, and then book it directly with the airline. By all means, avoid booking by third party as much as you possibly can. This day and age of travel is completely different than it was, I would say maybe like 6 months ago. I think it's been about 6 months. Things have kind of just started changing. They started changing 6 months ago. They started changing back with COVID days, but they have, again, just been drastically changing. And your best bet is to always make sure that you are booking a flight directly with the airline. Also, there's more perks and benefits behind booking your flight directly through the airline. When you do so, you're able to utilize your mileage, like your points, your reward points. Let those accrue so that you can get to the point of earning flights. That's the way I like to travel, because it doesn't make sense to always come out of pocket paying for flights when I can go ahead and utilize my rewards to help me fly from one place to another. There have been quite a few trips where my flight was paid for through rewards. So I'll tell you, it is very much worth it. When Also, you can find different ways to be able to earn rewards, even outside of just flying. There's different airlines that offer other incentive or offer rewards by making other types of purchases. I know, oh no, I can't think out of, I can't think off top, and I don't want to name anything and be incorrect in my, information that I'm providing to you, but I do know for sure, for certain, there's an airline connected with Starbucks. And when you book, like purchase your drinks or anything from Starbucks, they go towards your your balance for your points, your mileage points. Can't beat that. Can't beat that at all. Another thing about flights, and this kind of goes into another video that I would like to make sure that I post regarding the benefits of using a travel agent. If you're going to get a flight through a travel agent, book it as a package. Okay. That means utilize it with going along with a hotel or some type of accommodation stay. When you do that, it'll almost look as if your flight is coming at a discounted price. This, I know for sure. I've done it multiple times. I've done it for myself. I've done it for other people. One prime example that I can give to you, I have a group trip coming up for Costa Rica in May 2025. If you want to come and enjoy and relax, please hit me up at any of the communication methods below. With that trip going to Costa Rica, I have the ability to book it as a package, which means I can pair the flight with the hotel stay. I also have it where I can book it as just the hotel stay only. I've advertised my group trip as the hotel stay, and of course, plus the other inclusive things that come along with it, like your transportation, your activities, etc., etc. But I don't include flights. The reason I don't include flights on my advertising is because the prices of flights fluctuate. I have absolutely no control over that. If I were to book flights inclusive with my other package amenities, I would have to up that price just to make sure that it's to a price that's significantly higher. So if it changes, it won't affect the price in the process of my clients booking it. Because one, you're not secured in a price unless you put down a deposit. Okay? But the benefits of the flights and booking it as a package with the hotel. Let's say hotel only, a travel agent is asking for a $150 deposit. The $150 deposit secures your hotel pricing and everything else except your flight, because the flight wasn't included. But then if I include the flight with that package, let's say, for an example, you were looking for the flight and the round trip flight you found at a cheaper rate or whatnot for a flight that you preferred came in at about $500. But then when I go add that flight into this package with the hotel, when you do the math, it appears as if the flight came in for $350. The truth behind that is that the hotel is being discounted. Basically the hotel is being discounted, but not the flight. But it looks like you got the flight cheaper. Either way, you're saving money by booking it as a combination versus booking the flight on its own and booking the hotel. Now, the deposit will be higher. Most of our suppliers, and especially the suppliers that I like to use, I like to make sure that I make it set so that your deposit with the flight for the majority of the destinations that I travel to will be $300 per person. Now, even if your flight technically came out to be $500 with booking it as a package and maybe $700 with booking it individually, your deposit for the most part would be $300 still. That $300 keeps that package and that flight at that same price. So when this flight goes and increases up to $800, your flight is still the same over here with this package, as long as you had paid your deposit. Hope that makes sense. So that is why it is a benefit to book things as a package and book it through a travel agent, because only a travel agent is going to be able to do that for you. Now, you have websites like the Pay Later Travel, I believe it's Pay Later, and they're for your flights. But again, that's just for your flights. That deposit is going to fluctuate. It depends on which deposit that they want to put it with, plus the fact you have to pay weekly on it. You book with the travel agent and you book far enough in advance so that you're able to make payments. Your payment plan is very flexible. You're not obligated to make those payments on that at the same exact rate that you put it. That makes sense? I don't know. You're not obligated to make those payment plans at the exact scheduled time that's stated. That's with me. I'm going to go ahead and state that. My payment plans basically are, you do your deposit. I may require you to do a first and a second payment, and then you pay however you want to do, like at whatever. But as long as you pay everything in full by a certain date, then we're Gucci. We are all good, all right? What else with the flights? I'm sorry, I'm recording and I can't push pause. You're getting the real deal spill, plus my little notes, but I didn't write all of my notes. I'm telling on myself. I just want to make sure that you understand that we're not out here to cheat you whatsoever. It's just I'm just being honest and as transparent as possible. There was something else that I wanted to say about the flight. Oh, there are some suppliers that I use depending on where we travel to or where your trip goes, where they may require a higher deposit than the $300 for the flight. So don't be surprised and shocked if you pick a certain destination and you want the flight included and you're like, what in the world is this amount? I thought your deposits were $50, $150, and $300. No, unfortunately, all deposits aren't equal. All flights aren't equal. All vendors and suppliers aren't all equal. So, the amount will change. However, it will still be beneficial because you are locking in your rate at that time. Now, whenever you book through Vibes Travel, I will always make sure that I tell you when it's more maybe cost effective to book the flight on your own. That's also why it's good to go through a travel agent, because we can see what's happening. You know what I mean? In regards to the pricing and what airline, what flights are available and all of that. So I don't know. Take it as you wish. Anywho, so next time you inquire for flights only and a travel agent kind of politely tells you, you know, I don't do flights only. If we do a flight only, there's going to be a research fee attached to it. Just don't be surprised if that's the case. As far as that secret I said that I was going to share, so the big secret when it comes to booking flights, there is no secret. There is no secret. There's no secret way whatsoever. Utilize your agents and let us assist you to the best of our ability. All right. Until next time, take care. Bye.
Tell me what's your table, numbers on the napkin, yeah, we gon' lap them. In the set, one set, high tap dance, spin about the bands. Backstage, meet the band. Press pass, head on my chest.